Welcome to Sib Spot. Today's featured Reddit stories are from Am I the A-Hole? Story 1 is by Molly Wobbles. Am I the a-hole for telling my husband that I no longer want to be involved with anything regarding his child? Background, I'm a 26 female. I've been married to my husband, 27, for 4 years, and he has a child, 6, from a previous relationship. The kiddo stays with his baby mama in a different province. Right, so on to the current issue. BM is baby mama for the future. BM has, for as long as I've known my husband, been a bit of a problem, and I'll give you a lot of time examples. 1. She lied to the kid about being deathly ill and on life support. 2. She provided a fake hospital bill in regard to the above. 3. Lied to my father-in-law about husband paying child support, so she was receiving money from both my husband and father-in-law. 4. Lied to both my father-in-law and I about hubby knocking her up again when she visited previously. 5. Lied to my in-laws about husband hiding the kid's birth certificate. 6. Performs every few months about how she cannot manage and is sending the kid to live with us. 7. Demands money on top of the child support she's receiving. That's just a few things off the top of my head. I tried speaking to my husband today and basically told him that he needs to grow a spine because she truly does take advantage at times, and he got upset with me saying that I'm disrespectful. But here's the thing. The kids' school fees and child support are paid every single month without fail, yet she always demands more. And my husband just always gives in, even if it will negatively affect us. I'm not saying he shouldn't support the kid. He most definitely should do that. It's his responsibility. My problem lies with the fact that she cannot hold a job, and even when she does, she has one of her tantrums and money stories never end. It's never a question for help, it's you need to pay for XYZ. Previously, when I used to give advice, he would tell me I'm not a parent, so I don't know. Lately, if I speak up or give advice, he just gets annoyed with me, and I apparently have no way of speaking. He literally just refuses to grow a backbone when it comes to her. I've had it up to the end of time with his behavior from both of them, and he just can't understand that she's completely taking advantage of him. But I digress. I've told my husband many times to not involve me if it's a subject of contention, and time again I've broken the boundary to give him comfort or listen to him vent, but I'm just tired of being made out to be the bad guy that knows nothing. So I told my husband today that I'm standing firm on my decision this time and will no longer be breaking my boundary, so he's salty. Edit 1. Many people are assuming that I have an issue with the kid, and I genuinely do not. I love her so much. I'm just literally tired of being unheard and treated like an idiot because I don't push out a baby as well, and the fact that she's constantly disrespectful towards my husband. We have no other issues besides this. When I said I no longer want to be involved, it meant taking my support away from my husband because he turns all kind of support into something negative. Edit 2. Thank you to everyone for your input. I can't respond to all the comments, so I'm just going to break down majority of what I've been receiving. Firstly, I am not pregnant, so I'm not sure where some people are getting this idea. Secondly, the main issue is not financial support. At the end of the day, it's his duty to financially support his child, and I will never ask him to stop. My issue lies with him constantly letting his baby mama bully him and, in extension, me. In regards to sending extra money whenever she asks, it's over the silliest of things. She never gives us a heads up. She randomly requests money for things when she can literally sort it out herself, and I usually don't mind. But he just started a new job after being unemployed for 2 months due to no fault of his own, and I really need help at home because I was trying to carry everything on my own. But I also feel like when she asks for extra cash and he sends even a portion of it, has opened up an entire avenue for a new issue. I need more help than I'm getting. I don't think it's fair to me that he complains and complains and complains, yet when I offer solutions, I'm brushed off or he gets upset. I love him, he's a good man, but this woman literally has him by the cojones, and I'm sick of being ignored when it comes to this. I don't have to have given birth to have common sense. Am I the only one that gets annoyed when people call somebody a baby mama? I wish that had never entered the English language, but that's what she is, I guess. It sounds to me like she is actually trying to hurt your current relationship, and one of the numbers in the list above might actually be true, because it sounds like he's being disrespectful towards you and still has some sort of attachment to her. Maybe he did knock her up again. that could have happened. If he's being disrespectful towards you, it sounds like he's not being disrespectful towards her at all. And that is definitely concerning. I would be very on alert there. Our next story is by IODikeX. Am I the a-hole for not wanting to sell my crypto to help my uncle pay off his debt? My uncle has a gambling problem. Oh, there's your answer right there. He has a gambling problem. If you don't want to give him money, you're in the right. No, I'm just kidding. Let's read and then we'll decide. My uncle has had a gambling problem for over a decade and racked up about $20,000 in debt. This is in a third world country, so that amount goes a long way here. And he called my grandma. She raised me and my uncle together and we grew up like brothers. We are 10 years apart. Crying, asking for help because he can't keep up with the payments. My grandma is almost 80 years old and these type of situations aren't good for her health. I saw her crying that night he called her and she told me everything. She was looking for solutions and even asked if I could help. Of course I told her I could help a bit, but I wouldn't pay off his debt. This uncle has already asked me for money before and I gave him $7,000 back in 2017 to pay off a debt, which I assume was for gambling as well. Now here is my dilemma. I've been in crypto for a while now and I have about $100,000. It was about $25,000, but with the recent pump has gained more value in my portfolio, so I could easily cash out some of my coins and pay off his debt and relieve my grandma from this burden. I haven't told her I have this money because if I do, she will definitely want me to do it. Now, my question is, am I the a-hole for not wanting to sell my crypto to pay off his debt? Postscript. I have already made up my mind that I won't be paying off his debt, but I just want to see what everyone's opinion is on here. Your uncle is a jerk for putting this burden on his grandmother. She needs to be told, you don't pay off somebody else's bad debt for bad decisions. This isn't the movies where a mafia is going to come after you and try to off you. Although this is a third world country, maybe that will happen. She should not be obligated to pay off his payments. It's not as if he has a good job and he's trying to survive and you're not giving him food. So she should be told, don't give him a penny. It's nobody else's fault but his own that he has this debt. It's only his fault. He should be responsible for paying it off. Our next story today is by Available Radish, 8796. Am I the a-hole for saying no to most of my wife's baby name suggestions? My wife and I are expecting a son together. We do not agree on names for the most part. She likes more uncommon and or unusual names. Her name is Trixie, and she's always gravitated to names that feel different, like she said her own name was or is. She does not like common names, whereas I do like more common names. Doesn't have to be James or Elizabeth common, but I prefer classic, timeless names that you know and are familiar with. I'm not into trendy names. Aiden is a name I struggle with because the names Aiden or Aiden names have become so overwhelming, but the original is a classic name with its own history and long-standing uses. We're having a boy and most of the names we have rejected from each other. Mateo is the only name she was okay with from me, and Hawthorne and Dexter are the two from hers that I said maybe to. But we're still not there yet with a name. And we have talked baby names a lot and made a lot of suggestions. We really struggle to like each other's names, and as you see, the okay names aren't so frequent either. My mother-in-law spent the weekend with my wife a couple of weeks ago. She asked if we had a name yet, and my wife told her not yet because we couldn't agree. Mother-in-law asked me why I'm saying no to most of my wife's names when she's carrying the baby. My own mom told me I should be giving her more say in the name as a person who's putting her body through pregnancy to give us a son. When we didn't have a name to announce since then, I got a call from mother-in-law saying I should be doing better and not making this more stressful. We were also told recently that we're running out of time before baby gets here, and we should probably try to have a small list at least before he's born, so we're not at square one with no ideas. My wife and I have been getting a little frustrated with each other too. When that does happen, we take a break from the name talk. I told my parents and they suggested I shouldn't be saying no to so many of her names. I feel like crap will hit the fan with my mother-in-law soon if I keep saying no to my wife's names. Am I the a-hole? It takes some time, but it will come. I don't think it's unwise to write a list down, like have a list of 6 names. 3 from you, 3 from her. Those are the names we're going to pick. It's going to be one of these 6. and you have this list to fall back on if the baby is born and you haven't come up with anything better since then. But you have this list to fall back upon, and you guys can talk about names after that. And if you still can't agree on one, you at least have this list to fall back on. And then you guys at that point have to make a decision and go with it. Though that's a good suggestion from one of your family members, they have no say in this, and you shouldn't be stressing out about if the mother-in-law goes off on you because you haven't picked a baby name that she wants yet. They have no say. Just ignore them. Just ignore the rest of your family. I don't know why in-laws on either side have to be involved with anything. Down in the comments by Mo Birds, Mo Problems. We were also told recently that we're running out of time before the baby gets here and should probably try to have a small list before it's born so we're not at square one with no ideas. Running out of time? Some parents don't even have a name when the child is born, or have a name, see and hold the baby, and disregard their choice. Also, I'm fairly certain I've heard that in India, Iceland, Greece, parents do not announce the name or name the child immediately. You may not be in any of those nationalities, but your mothers need to cool it. Also, for that short list, has your wife only accepted one of your names while you have accepted 2 of hers? The moms need to butt out. You and your wife need to take a break from the discussion. Please relax. You will figure it out. I've yet to hear of a new parent running screaming into the streets because they are unable to name a child. Maybe the baby will be born and you guys will immediately know, yeah, that's a Nathan, or that's a Hawthorne. Mateo's not a bad one, but for some reason it reminds me of the Spanish word that means I kill. Isn't it like mato? It's so close to that for me. But that's just my opinion, and my opinion doesn't matter. It's still a nice name. Good luck to you guys. Our stories for today have come to a close. If you enjoy this content, please click like or subscribe, or leave a comment below. I know that some people have been doing that for weeks now. I appreciate you guys. Each of these things helps my channel grow and reach more people in the YouTube algorithm. Until we meet again, have a slick